Welcome to FISC Financial Strategy Consultants. Today we are going to discuss about technical analysis. This is the first video of this series where we will study about what is technical analysis and some types of chart patterns and trend analysis in it. The second part will be about technical indicators. So first, let me tell you what is technical analysis. Technical analysis is a form of security analysis that depends on the price and volume data. So it uses the price and volume data to predict future prices. So the logic behind it is that the price it depends on supply and demand. So supply and demand. So volume of supply and demand can predict the price, can cause the price change, and that logic in itself is unwrong. That's why technical analysis it isn't wrong. But the problem here is that the number of people around the world who are doing the trading are so much, are in millions, and therefore to understand which person is going to take which position at what time is really difficult. So prediction of price is more or less very difficult unless we have a solid information, which again becomes a fundamental issue. So just because of price and volume data, though technical analysis in logic and theory is correct, but it's practically impossible to predict the correct price just based on technical analysis, as per my understanding. And I think many people will agree on that. But still, we have to understand it for the better knowledge of how the market works, and even technical analysis can help us in certain occasions. So now let's begin about understanding technical analysis. So first we will study what are the tools of technical analysis. First is line chart. Line chart basically describes you how the price move in the given time frame. So this is an example of FTSE 100, that how price moved from 1980 to 2010 plus. So this is a normal figure which tells you about how was the price. So you can see an increasing pattern over the years. The second type of chart is bar chart. It gives us a better information than the line chart, because here we have four information. One is the highest price of the day, lowest price of the day, then we have the opening and closing price of the day. So you can see in the exhibit 3 that how the price over the years has been shown as a bar chart. Now the third chart is candlestick chart, which is same as bar chart in terms of the amount of information it is giving, but it is visually more attractive and understandable. So here the dark color candle means that the price is decreasing. It started with a higher price and closed with a lower price, and the white color candle means that the price has increased. It opened at a lower price and closed at a higher price. In color charts you can see red color is used for the price which is going to decrease, and green color is used for an increase in price. So these are the three charts which we have to study, and these are the all charts which we have to understand. The next part is scale. So now we will discuss about scale. So there are two scales, logarithmic and linear scale. Whenever the growth is exponential, we will explain it as a logarithmic scale, whereas in a normal trend we will explain it with a linear scale. That's not a very important topic, but we have to understand that there could be two kinds of scale. So whenever you see a price movement, you can see that which kind of scale has been used. Now we will study about volume chart. So volume chart will explain you that what is the volume at a time when the trading was happen. So if there is a higher volume than the usual pattern, that means that there is certain activity happening. Some buyers or sellers have, or we can say bulls or bears has entered the market. So this is what we can understand from volume chart, and volume is going to be really important for us to understand a lot of trends. So next topic is relative strength analysis, where we compare a particular stock with any other stock, other or an index. So here there are example of Amazon and Walmart. So here we can see that the relative strength of Amazon is improved. That means it has outperformed as compared to S&P 500. You can clearly see that it started with one, means when we started comparing it in 2011, both has a particular level, and that is considered as one, and then it has improved, whereas in the Walmart it has reduced from 1 to 0.7. So that means Walmart has underperformed the S&P 500 over the years in the last 8 years. Now the next point is trend analysis. So trend is generally what is going to happen next. by understanding what is already happening. So trend analysis is just as you can see in exhibit 11, that a particular stock is given, which is British American Tobacco, and this stock was having an increasing trend. You can see that it increased from 150 to 500 around, but then there is a fall, and after that it continued falling. That is difficult for any person to understand, that there is going to be fall. And how we can understand it is through patterns, which we are going to study now. Before studying the patterns, we have to understand what is support and resistance. Resistance is basically a point from where we think that a price can't move above it. In the given example, if resistance is 1000, that means it won't go more than 1000, whereas support means a price won't go down. One more characteristic of support and resistance is that if there is a break in the resistance, so if the price moves beyond the resistance, then that resistance level become a support. Similarly, if the support is going to be break, that means a price going down from the support, then that point become a resistance. Now we will see different kind of chart patterns. So there are two types of chart patterns. One is reversal pattern, other is continuation pattern. A reversal pattern is one where we will see that if there is a trend, then it is going to be return. So if there is a trend in a pattern which is upward, that means price is increasing. Then if we see reversal patterns, that means the price is going to down, and if the price is decreasing, it will go up. Whereas in continuous pattern, the price will remain in the same pattern. That means if it is increasing, it will continue to do so. If it is decreasing, it will continue to do so. So the first and very important reversal pattern is head and shoulder pattern. In head and shoulder pattern, the pattern is basically the price increase to a point and then it come back to the neckline. Neckline means the support, then it again increases, and this time the highest price is higher than the previous one. So the first one was having a pattern, some sort of shoulder. The second one is of a head, and then third time when it increase, the price is again as much as the shoulder. So there are two shoulders and one head, that's why it is called a head and shoulder pattern. And in head and shoulder pattern, the structure is such that the first shoulder is made when there is a heavy volume, when there is a first pattern. In the second pattern, that means the head, the volume is less than the first shoulder, and the second shoulder, the third pattern, the volume is least. So by this we can understand that if we have such a pattern, then there is going to be a sure reversal and price is going to come down from the neckline. How low it going to come down, that we calculate from the price target. So price target such that the difference between head and neckline, that much difference it is going to come down. So that means neckline minus the difference between head and neckline. So here in an example, you can understand that head was $37, neckline was $27. So the price target is $27 minus 10, that $10, that means $17 is the price target. Then there is another pattern called reverse head and shoulder, which is same as head and shoulder, but it is reversal. It is reverse, that means completely opposite. And in this time, the price target equal to neckline plus difference between neckline and head. So here the price target was $10,903. The other types of reversal patterns are double tops, triple tops, and double bottoms, triple bottoms, where we have 2 and 3 shoulders. There is no head. So the pattern is that the price increase and decrease is to same level all over, but the volume continue to decrease. So the first top or first bottom has a maximum volume, and the last top or last bottom has minimum volume, and then it is going to reverse. Now we study about the continuation patterns. The first continuation pattern is triangle. So there are three kind of triangle: ascending triangle, descending triangle, and symmetrical triangle. In all this pattern, the trend is going to be continue. So what happens in the ascending triangle, you can see that the support is support, that the resistance is same. That means the top price isn't increasing, but the lower price is decreasing. The lowest price after every fluctuation is decreasing, and then after it becomes low and low, and then the pattern continues in the upward sloping direction. Similarly, in descending, the support is constant. That means the low point is constant and the high point is decreasing, and then the pattern continues. In the symmetrical pattern, what happens is that both highs and lows are decreasing continuously. So you can see that in the exhibit 20. Now the other kind of pattern is rectangle, where both high and low are at a constant level. That means both are moving around support and resistance, and then they are going to continue it, their pattern. Then there comes flex and pennants. So flex and pennants are same as triangle and rectangle, but these are for shorter duration. So for day wise and week wise data, if you see rectangle and triangles, that is called, that those are called flex and pennants. So this is what all we have to study in this session, and in the next session we will study about technical indicators. Please like, share and subscribe this video, and let me know by commenting that how you feel about video and what all other topics you want me to cover in this series. Thank you very much.